Having spoken to numerous HR consultants and having looked over the results of the HR Consultants Marketing Quiz, I can tell you that there are 5 common marketing and sales issues that HR consultants consistently struggle with. And today we're going to cover them all and look at some immediate solutions you can plug into your business. So grab your pen and paper or start preparing to take some mental notes, because you're going to hear some information that'll make an impact on your business if you take the suggested action. This is the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast, a show to help independent HR consultants get a pipeline of perfect fit, high-paying clients without expensive adverts, time-consuming social media activities, or energy-sapping and monotonous networking meetings. I'm your host, Nick Paninsky, author of How to Land Your Dream Client, a book which explains everything you need to know to get every sale and client you ever want. And if that sounds interesting, then make sure to grab your copy from the influential consultant website today. That being said, let's get into today's show. Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants. Today's show, I'm anticipating it's going to be a little bit longer than usual. So I'm going to skip my usual brief update, but I did want to share that yesterday I hosted my first ever webinar and it went really well. People shared a lot of positive feedback like, light bulb moment, thanks for sharing this, very valuable. As such, if you don't want to miss out on any future webinars, make sure to subscribe to my mailing list on my website so you can stay up to date with everything that I share. That being said, let's get on to today's show. We're going to be talking about the 5 most common marketing and sales struggles that HR consultants face and how to overcome them. So let's get to it. The first thing that we're going to talk about on today's show is a lack of leads. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Many HR consultants find themselves relying heavily on word of mouth and referrals. And don't get me wrong, referrals and word of mouth, they can be fantastic. They come with a level of trust and credibility that's hard to beat. It's one friend saying to another, you can trust Stephanie, she knows what she's talking about. However, there's a significant downside to this approach. It's not reliable. And why is that the case? Well, for starters, word of mouth and referrals, they're inherently inconsistent. There's no control. You can't control when your past clients will talk about you to their network or when someone will decide to refer you to a potential client. And that creates a feast or famine cycle in your business. Sometimes you have more clients than you can handle, and other times you're left scrambling around to find your next gig. So relying solely on referrals and word of mouth, that limits your reach. You're only tapping into the networks of existing clients, which, while valuable, isn't enough to sustain long-term growth. Plus, what happens if a key client leaves or stops referring you? It's a precarious position to be in, and it's dangerous to build a business around something that you can't control. And that's where effective lead gen comes into play. Lead gen is about proactively finding and attracting potential clients. So instead of waiting for referrals to come your way, you're taking the initiative to reach out to people who could benefit from your services. And this shift in approach, that can make a world of difference. The benefits of a solid lead gen strategy are numerous. It provides a consistent pipeline of potential clients. And by consistently engaging in lead gen activities, you ensure that you always have prospects to work with, and that reduces the risk of dry spells. Secondly, lead gen expands your reach beyond your immediate network, so you can target specific industries, geographies, or types of businesses that you want to work with. And that increases your market potential. Again, this proactive approach, it helps you build a more diverse and resilient client base. And the final benefit of having a lead gen? Well, having a robust lead gen strategy, that allows you to be more selective about the clients that you work with. So instead of taking anyone who flutters their eyelashes at you and comes your way through a referral, you can choose clients who are the best fit for your expertise and services. And that leads to more satisfying and productive engagements. So in terms of a quick win, one quick win is to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So ensure that your headline clearly states what you do and how you help your clients. Use a professional photo. Write a compelling summary that highlights your expertise and the results you've achieved for them. the results that you've achieved for your clients. And then consider joining LinkedIn groups related to your niche and actively participating in discussions, because this can help you connect with potential clients and establish yourself as an expert in your field and in your niche. All that being said, relying solely on LinkedIn for your lead gen strategy is a dangerous path. So once you've got this lead gen tip that I've suggested out of the way, you might want to consider looking at more offline methods, perhaps some direct mail or some lumpy mail or some cold calling, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. Again, that expands your reach, but it's also something that you can control a bit better. LinkedIn, they might click their fingers and kick you off their platform, and that'll leave you in pieces. So having a offline method of lead gen, that's a very good idea. The next area of marketing and sales that HR consultants struggle with is client acquisition. See, turning leads into paying clients, it isn't always straightforward. Many consultants, they find themselves hitting a wall when it comes to closing deals. And a common reason for this is a lack of a structured sales process. Without this clear and consistent approach, it's easy to lose potential clients along the way. Now, one effective way to address this is by implementing a structured sales process. This process typically involves 3 key steps: the initial outreach, a discovery call, and a sales presentation. Let's break down each step and why having a script for each of these stages is so crucial. In terms of the initial outreach, once you've made contact with potential leads, this might be through email, social media, referral, whatever it is, once they reply to you, it's time to move the conversation towards the next step. And having a script ensures that you present a consistent and professional image. So your script here should include questions about what they're struggling with, why they're struggling with it, what they've tried. Start to understand their situation before you get on a call with them. Then you're going to end with a call to action to go to the next step, i.e. a discovery call. By following a script, you ensure that you cover all the essential points and maintain a high level of professionalism, which can increase the likelihood of securing that discovery call. Equally, just because someone messages you and says, "I need help," doesn't mean you should drop everything and jump on a call with them. You've got to play a little bit hard to get. You've got to be a little bit more discerning, try and understand their situation before you get on a call with them. Now, once you've engaged that lead, the next step is to schedule that discovery call. This call is an opportunity to understand their needs a little bit deeper and to build some rapport. So again, having a script for this call is beneficial as it helps guide the conversation and ensures that you ask the necessary questions to uncover the client's pain points and goals. Your script should include open-ended questions about their challenges, a summary of their needs, and a transition to how you might be able to help. This structured approach makes sure that you gather the right information and it keeps the conversation focused on their needs. After the discovery call, it's time to invite the client to a sales presentation. This is where you showcase your services and how they meet the client's needs. A well-prepared presentation is vital here. So having a script, that'll outline the key benefits of your services and include case studies or testimonials to build credibility and clearly explain how your solutions address their specific problems. So having that structured presentation, it helps you stay on track. It helps highlight your value and it helps provide a clear path for the client to understand how working with you will benefit them. Using scripts for these steps, well, as I say, it offers several benefits. Firstly, they help maintain consistency in your messaging, ensuring that all potential clients receive the same high-quality experience. Secondly, scripts keep you organized and focused, and that reduces your chance of missing important points or questions. And thirdly, they boost your confidence by providing a clear roadmap for each stage of the sales process, and that makes you more effective in converting leads into clients. So, in terms of a quick win to implement this approach, start by creating detailed scripts for each step. Initial outreach, discovery calls, sales presentations, whatever it is, practice and refine these scripts to suit your style and the specific needs of your clients. By doing this, you'll streamline your sales process, improve your efficiency, and increase your chances of converting leads into loyal paying clients. If you don't know where to start with this, make sure to check out a copy of my book because I do have scripts in there for you to follow. In summary, a structured sales process with well-prepared scripts can significantly enhance your ability to close deals. And by focusing on each step of the client acquisition journey and using scripts to guide your conversations, you can turn more leads into clients and build a successful HR consultancy practice. The third area of marketing and sales that HR consultants struggle with is marketing in general. Now, marketing is often a significant pain point for many HR consultants. Many of you, to be blunt, have little to no idea what you're doing. And that's not surprising. It's not your fault. You're a HR consultant. You're not a marketer. But here's the thing. When you go into business for yourself, you have to do marketing and sales, unfortunately. It is part and parcel of your job. And in case you were curious, posting on LinkedIn, that's not really marketing. If you're just posting into the ether and hoping and praying for someone to come into your inbox and say, hey, please help me, that is not marketing. So let's break this down. Let's look at what marketing difficulties means. One of the biggest issues is not knowing where to start. The vast array of marketing channels and strategies that can be confusing and intimidating. So many HR consultants, they end up dabbling in a bit of everything without seeing significant results because their efforts are scattered and unfocused. And that inconsistency in your marketing efforts, that can seriously hamper your results. Posting sporadically on LinkedIn or occasionally publishing a blog post, that isn't enough to build and maintain a strong presence. Equally, it's not a strong enough hook for somebody to reach out to you and say, hey, please help me. So potential clients, they need to see you consistently, frequently, and repeatedly sharing valuable insights and information before they start to see you as an authority in your field and somebody they want to hire for help. And this is where a targeted approach becomes crucial. Instead of trying to do everything, focus on a few key marketing activities that align with your strengths and where your potential clients spend their time. This will make your efforts more effective and manageable. A quick win is to identify and leverage your unique strengths. Are you a great writer? If so, focus on creating compelling blog posts and articles. Are you comfortable on camera? If so, invest in video content and webinars. Place your strengths when making your marketing efforts more authentic and engaging. And with whatever piece of content you create, make sure there's a call to action at the end of it. Make sure there's a reason why somebody should be getting in contact with you. Another thought is to engage with your audience directly. Turn up where they are. Have strategic conversations with them. Not immediately, but turn up and say, hey, how are you going? And then have a bit of a chat with them. And then move the conversation into a bit more of a business area. So what are you struggling with people-wise in your business now? Understand what their problems are. Don't immediately jump in. Oh, I've got a solution for you. Take your time. Understand them. And then you can suggest, hey, let's have a conversation at some point. I might be able to help you. The next thing you might want to consider is making use of email marketing. Building and maintaining an email list can be incredibly powerful. So start by offering a free resource like an ebook or a checklist and collect email addresses. Then send regular value-packed emails to keep your audience engaged and informed about your services. And when the time is right, launch a campaign to sell your services at a special price or you're launching a new service. You may also want to start considering repurposing your content. If you've written a great blog post, turn it into a video or a series of social media posts. This maximizes the value of your content and ensures that you're reaching different segments of your audience without constantly creating new material. Finally, don't be afraid to seek help. If marketing isn't your forte, consider hiring a marketing consultant or using marketing tools that can simplify and automate some of the processes. The investment can pay off in the long run by freeing up your time to focus on what you do best, providing top-notch HR consultancy services. In terms of a quick win, leverage client testimonials and case studies. Reach out to satisfied clients and ask them to provide a testimonial or to participate in a case study. And then share these testimonials and case studies on your website, on your LinkedIn, your marketing materials, because this not only builds trust and credibility, but it also shows that you've got tangible results that you can deliver. Potential clients are more likely to engage with your services when they see proven success stories from people like them. If you want a template to get more LinkedIn reviews, then check the show notes where I share a Google Doc you can copy and paste to get the reviews you need. The fourth area of marketing and sales that HR consultants struggle with is time management. This is a significant issue for many HR consultants because balancing client work with business development activities, that can be incredibly tough, especially when you throw personal activities into the mix as well. They often find themselves overworked, leaving little time for strategic planning and personal growth. And without proper self-discipline, automation and delegation, achieving this balance, it becomes even harder. So let's unpack this a little further. As a HR consultant, your time is split between delivering services to your clients and growing your business. And this dual focus, it can be overwhelming, especially when you don't really know what you're doing with your marketing. And when you're swamped with client work, it's very easy to push the business development activities like marketing, networking, strategic planning, etc., to the back burner. However, neglecting these activities, that's going to hinder your long-term growth and your sustainability and throw you into that feast or famine cycle. So a key to effective time management is proper automation and delegation. Let's start with automation. There are numerous tools and technologies available that can automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks. For instance, customer relationship management systems can streamline your client communications. Project management tools can help you keep track of tasks and deadlines. And marketing automation platforms can manage your social media posts and email campaigns. And this automation, it not only saves time, but it also reduces the likelihood of human error. That ensures that tasks are completed accurately and efficiently. So by leveraging that technology, you can focus more on high-value activities that directly contribute to your business growth and client satisfaction. Delegation is equally important. You don't have to do everything yourself. Identify the tasks that can be delegated to others, whether it's hiring a VA for admin tasks, bringing in a marketing specialist to help you with your promotional activities, or partnering with other HR consultants to share the workload. Delegating tasks frees up your time and allows you to concentrate on areas where you can add the most value. Another crucial aspect of time management is strategic planning. So allocating specific time slots in your schedule for business development activities like strategic planning are super important. And treat these appointments with the same level of importance as client meetings. So do not cancel them for any reason whatsoever. Then regularly review your goals, track your progress, and adjust your strategies to ensure that your business continues to move forward in the direction you want it to. Additionally, prioritize self-care and a work-life balance. It's essential to set boundaries and make time for rest and rejuvenation. Because overworking, as we know, it can lead to burnout, and that can massively, negatively impact your business in the long run. So by taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the energy and focus you need to manage your time effectively and deliver quality work to your clients. The final tip is to use batching. This might be sitting down and doing a month's worth of content in one day. And this helps because your brain is not breaking away to do different things. It's just focused on creating content in a way that links up, and that makes the content more powerful too. Remember, effective time management is about working smarter, not harder. By automating repetitive tasks, by delegating responsibilities, and by prioritizing strategic planning, you can achieve a better balance between client work and business development. And this balance is crucial for sustaining your business and maintaining your well-being. A quick win that I've alluded to is to use time blocking. So allocate specific time slots in your calendar for different tasks, such as client work, marketing, whatever it is, strategic planning. I talked about this in yesterday's webinar. Stick to these blocks to ensure that you're dedicating time to both immediate client needs and long-term business growth. This technique helps you stay organized and focused, and it prevents overworking and burnout. For me, I'd say schedule an hour in the day for your marketing activities, whether it's applying to be on podcasts, DMing people on LinkedIn, sending out cold emails or following up with them, etc. Schedule that hour, stick to that hour. Don't let anything get in the way of that hour. Do what you need to do in that hour each day. The fifth area of marketing and sales that HR consultants struggle with is competing in a crowded market. Competition is a reality for every business, and HR consulting is no exception. HR consultants often find themselves competing with larger firms and other independent consultants too, so it is a very crowded market. And therefore, differentiating your services in a crowded market and standing out from the crowd, that can be particularly challenging. Competing with larger firms can feel particularly daunting because they typically have more resources, a wider reach, and established reputations. However, being a smaller or independent consultant, that comes with a set of advantages that you can leverage to stand out. Firstly, let's talk about differentiation. In a crowded market, it's crucial to clearly articulate what sets you apart from the competition, because without that, you're effectively a terraced house in a row of other terraced houses. There's nothing special about what you do from the outside. So in terms of clearly articulating what sets you apart, this could be your specialized expertise. This could be your unique approach to problem solving. It could be the personalized service that you offer. For example, while larger firms might offer a broad range of services, you can position yourself as an expert in a niche area of HR, such as diversity or inclusion or talent development. It might even be engagement. Whatever it is that you want to focus on, you're allowed to do that because this is your business. Nobody is saying that you have to offer the full range of HR services. One of the things that you might want to consider is to develop a strong value proposition that highlights the specific benefits clients will gain from working with you. So make sure this value proposition is consistently communicated across all your marketing materials, from your website and social media profiles to your sales pitches and your client meetings. A clear and compelling value proposition helps potential clients understand why they should choose you over a larger firm or another consultant. For example, I frequently tell people, I'll put my arm around your shoulder, roll my sleeves up, get down into the dirt with you, and help you build your business from the ground up. And this is very reassuring for people because they get the image of us taking on the task together. And that's true for those who choose to work with me. I will do as much as is humanly possible to help you. Ultimately, it's your business, so I can't do it for you, but I will give and do as much as I can to help you because that's my mission and that's the way that I like to work with people. Another way that you might want to stand out from the crowd is to focus on building strong relationships. One of the significant advantages of being an independent consultant is your ability to offer personalized and attentive services. Larger firms, they can't match that level of individual attention like you can. So by building strong, trust-based relationships with your clients, you can create loyal clients who value the personal touch and the responsiveness that you bring to the table. When they have an issue, they reach you, not a call center. That's a big pull for a local business, for a smaller business. Hell, it's a big pull for any business. Just think about that from their perspective. They've got an issue, they need emergency help, they ring up, they're going to get through to some sort of call center where they don't understand what the client is going through. They have to read through all the notes, blah, blah, blah. It's not great. Whereas if they ring you, you understand them, you understand their world, you're already clued up. They can just immediately start talking to you and you can be up to speed immediately. That's a compelling service that you provide. Another way to differentiate yourself is through thought leadership. So by positioning yourself as an expert in your field, by sharing valuable insights, by sharing your knowledge, and this can be done through writing articles, hosting webinars, speaking at industry events. You could even start your own podcast. And by consistently providing valuable content, you'll establish yourself as a trusted authority and you'll attract clients who are looking for expertise and thought leadership. Remember, competition is a given, but it doesn't have to be a barrier. By clearly differentiating your services, by building strong client relationships, by positioning yourself as a thought leader, by showcasing your success, by networking effectively, and by committing to continuous learning, you can thrive in a competitive market. You'll no longer be that terraced house anonymous against all the other terraced houses. You'll be the mansion sitting on the hill looking majestic and wonderful. A quick win that you might want to consider is to identify your USP, your unique selling proposition. So what sets you apart from the larger firms? What sets you apart from other consultants? It could be your specialized expertise, your personalized service, or your unique approach to HR challenges. Clearly articulate your USP in your marketing materials and your client conversations and highlight what makes you unique so that you can stand out and attract your ideal clients. Speaking of USPs brings me along nicely to another solution that I want to share with you. See, for me, these tips and tricks that I'm sharing with you, they are piecemeal solutions and they can lead to frustration and limited results. That doesn't mean that they won't work, but effectively they are putting a little sticking plaster on a potential broken leg. And equally, you're not a copywriter, you're not a marketer, you're not a sales consultant. So chances are whatever you create, well, it mightn't be great. There's loads that could go wrong and loads that you could miss out because you just don't know about this world. So I wanted to share a solution that's a more holistic approach to helping you overcome every single one of your marketing and sales solutions, whether it's one of the 5 that I've mentioned, whether it's all of them, whether it's something else entirely. This is my USP. It's why you should work with me rather than one of my competitors. So what is this holistic approach? Well, it's the HR Consultant's complete client control solution. It's a comprehensive 12-month program designed to address each of these struggles head on and more. In fact, it addresses every marketing, sales, and copywriting struggle you have, and it destroys them once and for all. This program offers unique benefits, including 24/7 access to my expertise, ensuring you have the support you need whenever you need it, as well as an abundance of templates and giveaways so that you have half the work done for you before you've even started. We'll cover every element of building a successful HR consultancy, from marketing, lead gen and sales, down to email marketing, lead funnels, sales funnels, all that good stuff. Whatever you need to build your HR consultancy so that you get more clients than you know what to do with, we'll cover it. And then you'll have my help to implement what you've learned quicker and better than you ever could on your own. And there's a good reason I say that. See, it's not just that I know how to write copy so that readers take the action I want them to take. It's that I've spent time and money learning marketing and sales, so I know what works and what doesn't. It's also that 2 heads are better than 1. So when you have an idea that you want to try out, I can help you make it even better than it was when you created it on your own. Equally, you'll have access to all the other HR consultants in the cohort, so you can lean on them for their expertise and opinions too. That way you can get your desired end goal and have people to share the challenges with along the way. So if all that sounds interesting, then make sure to check out my website today and consider registering your interest for more information. Effectively, and I'll say this, I'll put my arm around your shoulder, I'll roll my sleeves up, and I'll get down into the dirt with you and help you build your business from the ground up. You'll have the HR consultancy you've always dreamed of when you went into business for yourself. More clients, more sales, higher fees, working fewer hours. That is to say that I can only work with 6 HR consultants in each cohort, so act quickly if you want to secure your spot. In the meantime, let's recap today's show. Firstly, you need to generate consistent leads. Everything is downstream from lead generation. So if you don't have leads, you won't have clients and you won't have sales or profits. Next, you want to structure your client acquisition process. So sending through proposals is a hide into nothing. They get ignored, and ultimately people buy based on emotion, not on logic. And sales calls, they can engender that emotion. Third, leverage past clients into future clients. So by capturing their experiences, you can persuade your leads to believe that your solution will work for them too. Then manage your time effectively by time blocking an hour a day to dedicate to your lead gen. And finally, stand out in a crowded market by having a signature offer or a reason for your audience to buy from you versus your competitors. So hopefully today's show has been useful for you, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with other HR consultants. Until next time, this is Nick from The Influential Consultant saying, as ever, get marketing, because without marketing, there's no sales, and without sales, there's no business. So get marketing. Hey there, and thanks for listening to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultant podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please consider taking a moment to help us grow by sharing the episode with a friend or colleague, or by leaving a positive review on podchaser.com. And make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes. I've been your host, Nick Paninsky, and if you have any questions or want to know more about today's topic, then reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be delighted to hear from you. See you next time.